Hey everyone, thanks for being here. So let me ask you something. Have you ever just assumed, well, when I get old, I'm going to shrink, I'm going to get a hunchback, I'm going to have back pain all the time, I won't be able to walk well, and honestly, I might even break a bone just from sneezing? Is that just what happens when you age today? I want to share something that a lot of doctors know, but almost nobody says out loud, being 99 years old with strong bones, walking fast, standing tall, full of energy. That is not a fairy tale, and here's what might surprise you. The thing that actually helps your body lock calcium into your bones deep inside where it matters is not expensive supplements from the drugstore. It's probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. Like today, I'm talking about everyday foods, eggs, regular simple tofu, and a few secret partners. When you eat them together, your calcium absorption and bone building effect doesn't just go up a little, it multiplies. It explodes. These foods help lock calcium into your bones so your skeleton can actually grow younger, reverse aging in your bones over the next few minutes. I'm going to explain this whole system, exactly how to eat for bones that stay young and strong. If you don't want to spend your later years in a wheelchair or feeling like a burden to your family, please watch this video until the end. Disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. Always consult your own doctor before making changes to your health routine. Part 1, how bones actually get weak. Let me first explain a really important question. How do our bones actually become fragile? Imagine your skeleton is like a lifetime savings account for calcium. From childhood all the way until about age 30, your bone bank is in its golden deposit phase. You eat calcium-rich foods, and your body stores that calcium like crazy, saving it for the future. Around age 30, you reach what doctors call peak bone mass. That's the highest amount of bone you'll ever have in your entire life. And here's the key, the higher your peak bone mass, the better your bone health will be when you're older. But then life changes around age 35, a major turning point happens. Your bone bank strategy flips completely. Instead of deposit more than you withdraw, it slowly becomes withdraw more than you deposit. For some people, it becomes withdraw only, or even worse, steal only. Now you might be thinking, okay, so I lose some calcium. What's the big deal? Oh, my friend, that's exactly where the problem is. Because calcium is not just building material for your bones and teeth. Calcium is actually one of the most important all-around managers inside your entire body. Every time your heart beats strongly, regularly, that's calcium. Every time your muscles contract, even a tiny movement, that's calcium. Every time your brain sends a complex signal, that's calcium. Calcium is one of the most basic elements that keeps you alive. So here's what happens if your daily diet doesn't give your blood enough calcium. Your body activates an emergency plan. It's very smart. It knows there's only one place in your entire body with a huge calcium reserve, your bone bank. So your body sends in a team of cells called osteoclasts. Think of them as the withdrawal squad or demolition crew. They break down your bone tissue and release calcium into your blood to keep you alive because your heart and brain need it right now, day after day, year after year. This process, robbing Peter to pay Paul, keeps happening. And what's the final result? Your bone bank slowly gets emptied out. Bone that used to be as dense and strong as a honeycomb becomes full of holes like a dried out loofah sponge from your shower. In medical terms, that's osteoporosis. And bones like that, their physical strength and toughness drop dramatically. They become like a piece of rotten wood. Forget falling down from standing. A hard sneeze, a strong cough, or bending down to pick up a gallon of milk from the bottom shelf could cause a spinal fracture or break a hip. I'm not exaggerating to scare you. These are real tragedies I see in orthopedic hospital rooms and clinics every single day. Part 2.6, signs your body is low on calcium. So besides osteoporosis, how else does your body tell you it's low on calcium? Here are 6 common symptoms of calcium deficiency. Do a quick mental check on yourself right now. Symptom 1, nighttime leg cramps. This is the classic can't ignore signal. When calcium levels in your blood drop low enough, your nerves and muscles become super sensitive. Their excitement threshold drops, even while you're sleeping. A tiny trigger like the weight of a blanket, a small shift in your position, or even just the sheets touching your leg can make your calf muscles suddenly cramp up, rock hard, stiff as iron. The pain is so sharp it can wake you up instantly. Symptom 2, general bone pain all over. This isn't pain in one specific spot. It feels like your bones hurt from the inside out, especially your lower back, your hips, and your shoulders. It feels achy, heavy, tired, like you're carrying a mountain on your back all day. Why? Because after losing so much calcium, the tiny supporting beams inside your bones, the structure breaks down. your bones can't support your body weight as well anymore. That's the sound of your skeleton saying, I'm exhausted, I can't carry this weight anymore. Symptom 3, loose teeth or teeth falling out. Your teeth themselves are the hardest bone in your body, but the bone that holds your teeth in place, your jawbone, also needs plenty of calcium to stay dense and strong. When your body is severely low on calcium, your jawbone can become weak and thin, just like osteoporosis in your spine. That's like a big tree losing the solid soil around its roots. Your teeth become loose and they can even fall out earlier than they should. Symptom 4, getting shorter and more hunched. Have you noticed that pants you wore when you were younger now seem longer, or when you look in the mirror, your back looks thicker and more curved, your shoulders roll forward? That's very likely because your spine bones, your vertebrae, have developed osteoporosis. Each vertebra slowly gets compressed, squashed down by the weight of your body over time. Even if each one compresses just a tiny bit, a millimeter here, a millimeter there, when you add up all the vertebrae in your entire spine, you get a noticeably shorter height and a more hunched back. Symptom 5, stiff, painful joints and bone spurs. A lot of people blame joint problems on arthritis or rheumatism, but from a nutrition and metabolism perspective, long-term calcium imbalance is actually a major trigger for bone spurs. Your body tries to stabilize a loose, wobbly, unstable joint by growing extra bone at the edges. That's what we call bone spurs. And those bone spurs make joint pain, swelling, stiffness, and difficulty moving even worse. Symptom 6, more hidden whole body symptoms. Calcium deficiency affects your entire body. You might notice you get tired super easily with no energy, feeling wiped out. You might feel down, moody, even emotionally flat or indifferent, trouble remembering things, bad sleep, lots of dreams, waking up tired, dry, itchy skin. Your nails get thin, soft, and break easily. Your hands and feet feel numb or tingly for no reason. All of these can be your body, this incredibly precise machine, sending out warning signals because it's missing a key part, calcium. If you have more than one of these 6 symptoms, your bone bank is sounding the alarm. It's time to act, time to get serious about calcium right now. Part 3, 2 common methods that barely work. Now, when most people think calcium, 2 things immediately come to mind: drinking bone broth or taking calcium pills. But today, I need to tell you something important and responsible. Both of these methods that we've believed in for years are actually very inefficient. And one of them might even be a mistake. First, bone broth. The calcium in bones is mainly in the form of calcium phosphate. That's a very stable compound. It barely dissolves in water. No matter how long you boil it in a pressure cooker or a slow cooker, that white, creamy looking soup has almost no calcium in it. What you're really drinking is mostly fat, purines, and cholesterol. That's a much bigger burden on your heart and blood vessels, your cardiovascular system, than any benefit for your bones. Second, calcium pills. Calcium pills seem direct, right? You take a pill, you get calcium. But here's the problem. A calcium pill is like a soldier going into battle completely alone, without a guide, without teammates, without support, without the right helpers. Most of that calcium just takes a one-day tour through your intestines and then leaves your body. Very little actually gets absorbed and used by your bones. What a waste. Even worse, if you take them the wrong way at the wrong time or in the wrong dose, that unused calcium can actually cause problems elsewhere in your body, like kidney stones or artery calcification. So where is the safest, most effective, most intelligent way to get calcium? The answer is right in your everyday food. And the secret is one word: pairing. Calcium absorption is a complex project that needs many helpers. It needs the right teammates to get absorbed through your gut, enter your blood, and be delivered directly into your bones and locked in. So let me show you 6 powerful calcium power pairs that work together like a team. Part 4, 6 calcium power pairs from your kitchen. Power pair 1, tofu plus fish. The super catalyst for calcium absorption, tofu, especially firm tofu made with calcium sulfate, or nigiri, is often called plant-based meat. It's the budget-friendly, easy-to-find calcium star on your dinner table, just 200 grams, about 7 ounces. Of firm tofu has more calcium than a big glass of milk, but eating tofu alone only gives you the raw material. To actually turn that raw material into part of your body, into your bones, you need a strong catalyst, vitamin D. Vitamin D acts like a magic key. It goes directly to your small intestine cells and says, open the door. Let calcium in with enough vitamin D, your calcium absorption can increase several times over, and fatty fish like salmon, cod, sardines, mackerel, and even regular freshwater fish like trout are excellent natural sources of vitamin D. So, a simple home-style dish, tofu stew with fish, isn't just delicious. It's a match made in bone health heaven. The vitamin D from the fish helps your body absorb the calcium from the tofu like a pro. Every bite of calcium gets used where it matters. Power Pair 2 Sesame Paste plus Spinach, the navigation system for calcium deposition. If there were a king of calcium-rich foods, pure sesame paste tahini would wear the crown. Every 100 grams of pure sesame paste contains about 870 milligrams of calcium. That number blows away almost any other food you can name, but having all that calcium is useless if it floats around in your blood instead of going to your bones. You need a navigation system, a GPS for calcium. That's vitamin K. Vitamin K's main job in your bones is to activate a key protein called osteocalcin. Think of osteocalcin as cement waiting to be used at a construction site. Only after vitamin K activates it can that cement glue calcium ions onto your bone's collagen framework. Completing the final critical step of bone mineralization and dark leafy greens, spinach, broccoli, kale, rapini, collard greens are fantastic sources of vitamin K. So a simple dish, spinach salad with sesame paste dressing, delicious, creamy, nutty, and perfect for your bones. It combines high calcium intake with precise calcium delivery to your skeleton. Power Pair 3 bell peppers plus eggs, boosting absorption and conversion. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned eggs. Here's exactly why. Eggs are a very nutrient-dense food, great protein, some calcium, easy to cook, easy to love, but their calcium potential needs to be unlocked and optimized. The optimizer: vitamin C bell peppers, sweet peppers, tomatoes, kiwi, oranges, strawberries. These vitamin C rich fruits and veggies don't have much calcium themselves, but they create a gut environment that helps calcium absorption. Vitamin C's mild acidity helps calcium dissolve more easily, so your intestinal walls can absorb it more efficiently. When you cook eggs and bell peppers together, scramble them, stir fry them, make an omelet. The vitamin C from the peppers quietly boosts your body's absorption of the calcium in the eggs. Plus, it's a colorful, beautiful dish, red and green. That makes you hungry just looking at it. That's nutrition, flavor, and function all in one pan. Power Pair 4. Seaweed plus tofu skin or dried bean curd sticks. Calcium and magnesium working together as a team. In your body's complex nutrition system, minerals need teamwork and balance. Calcium and magnesium are like two brothers who need to stay in harmony. When your body has a calcium to magnesium ratio of about 2 to 1, that's the sweet spot, the golden ratio at that ratio. Calcium absorption and use are highest, plus it helps keep your nerves and muscles working properly and prevents cramps. Tofu skin or dried bean curd sticks is a soybean product and an excellent source of calcium. And seaweed, the kind we often use for soup like nori or kelp, is called a magnesium treasure house by nutrition scientists. So making a simple soup with seaweed and tofu skin, or seaweed, tofu skin, and a little tofu is an easy way to give your body both calcium and magnesium in that perfect 2 to 1 ratio. They work as a team to protect your bones, stabilize your nervous system, and even prevent muscle cramps caused by electrolyte imbalance. Power Pair 5 bok choy or small rapeseed greens plus vinegar, activating sleeping plant calcium. Don't underestimate the leafy greens on your dinner table. Greens like bok choy and small rapeseed greens, similar to broccoli rabe, have even more calcium by weight than the same weight of milk. But here's the catch: calcium in plants is often in a form that doesn't dissolve easily. It's like sleeping calcium. That's where your kitchen vinegar comes in. The acetic acid in vinegar helps turn that hard to dissolve plant calcium into a form your body can actually absorb and use. So a simple dish, stir-fried bok choy with a splash of vinegar, isn't just tangy and tasty, it's a smart, science-based way to unlock plant calcium. Power Pair 6, soybeans plus pork trotters, pork feet, collagen as the rebar for calcium. Soybeans are very rich in calcium, but pork trotters aren't for calcium. Their superpower is collagen. What is collagen? Collagen is like the steel rebar inside concrete. It provides a strong, stable frame, a scaffold for calcium to attach to. With that collagen frame, the calcium you get from soybeans can deposit more effectively and build stronger, denser bones. That's why soybean stew with pork trotters is actually a very scientific complementary combination. It makes perfect sense, but, and this is important to say, pork trotters are high in fat. If you have heart disease, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, please eat this in moderation, small amounts only. And talk to your doctor. Part 5, 3 major calcium myths that hurt you. Now that you know the smart eating strategies, let's talk about 3 big calcium myths. If you believe these myths, you could waste your effort or even hurt your body. Myth 1, calcium is a health product. More is always better. Take as much as you want. This is a very dangerous and unfortunately common mistake. Your body is like a child with a limited appetite. Each day, it can only absorb so much calcium for adults over 60. The recommended total daily calcium intake from food and supplements combined is about 800 to 1,000 milligrams. Taking more than that does not build more bone. Instead, the extra calcium goes into your blood, causing high blood calcium levels. Hypercalcemia over time that can lead to kidney stones, or even worse, calcium deposits in your artery walls, which increases your risk of heart disease and stroke. That's why we strongly recommend food first. When you get calcium from real food, your body naturally regulates it. It's very hard to overdose, but with pills, it's much easier to get too much. Myth 2, calcium is only for old people. Young people don't need to worry about it. This is a very deceptive and dangerous belief. Bone health is a lifelong investment. Whether your bones are strong when you're old depends largely on the foundation you built when you were young, what we called peak bone mass. That peak is usually set around age 30. If you ate poorly and didn't exercise when you were younger, your bone bank starts with very little savings. Then, even if you try hard to catch up when you're older, you'll never reach ideal bone strength. Your risk of osteoporosis stays high, so calcium is important from childhood through your teens, your 20s, your 30s. And for your entire life. Myth 3, it doesn't matter what time of day you take calcium. Actually, timing matters a lot. If you take calcium at the right time, you can get much better results with less effort. The best time is at night, especially right before bed. Why? Because overnight, while you're sleeping, your body's blood calcium levels naturally drop. If you don't give your body outside calcium at that time, your emergency system will start pulling calcium from your bones, just like we talked about earlier, night after night, year after year. So if you have a small, easily absorbed source of calcium before bed, like a small glass of warm milk, a small serving of yogurt, or a few bites of cottage cheese, you supply your body's nighttime calcium needs. That significantly reduces overnight calcium loss from your bones. Part 6, 4 daily habits to protect your bones. Eating the right foods is only the first step in protecting your bones. We also need healthy, active habits to lock in those gains. So your bone bank ends the year with a surplus, not a deficit. Here are 4 bone protecting tips to remember and use every day. Tip 1, do exercise you can handle. Movement keeps bones alive. Bones have a really cool property called the piezoelectric effect. That means when your bones get mild, healthy, gentle pressure from movement and weight bearing, they respond by getting stronger and denser. Walking, fast walking, jogging, climbing stairs, dancing, tai chi, yoga, even gentle hiking. These are all weight bearing exercises. They put your own body weight on your bones, which sends a signal, hey bone, we need you stronger. That activates your bone building cells, osteoblasts, and helps calcium deposit where it belongs. Tip 2, get some sunlight every day, around 15 to 30 minutes. Sunlight is Mother Nature's free, most valuable vitamin D machine. You don't need to buy anything. Under your skin, you have a substance called 7-dehydrocholesterol. When sunlight, specifically UVB rays, hits your skin, that substance turns into the vitamin D your body needs for free. I strongly recommend going outside between 9-10 a.m. or 4-5 p.m. When the sunlight is gentler and less likely to burn you, wear short sleeves and shorts if you can. So your arms and legs get direct sun exposure. 15 to 30 minutes is plenty. This is the most efficient, cheapest, most natural way to support calcium absorption. Tip 3, prioritize high quality sleep. A lot of people, especially older adults, don't realize how much sleep affects bone health. Sleep isn't just rest, it's when your body does major repair work, healing, and hormone regulation. Deep, sufficient sleep helps your body properly regulate hormones related to bone health, like growth hormone and parathyroid hormone. Chronic late nights, insomnia, and poor sleep mess up your hormone balance and raise stress hormones like cortisol, and cortisol directly increases bone calcium loss. Tip 4, watch out for calcium thieves in your food. Besides eating the right things, you also need to know what to eat less of. Some foods act like calcium thieves. They quietly increase how much calcium your body loses. Thief one is salt. The more salt you eat, the more calcium your kidneys flush out when they remove the extra sodium from your blood. Thief 2 is too much caffeine and strong tea. They slightly reduce calcium absorption, not a huge effect, but if you drink 6 cups of coffee a day, it adds up. Thief 3, and this is a big one, sugary drinks and soda. The phosphates in soda seriously interfere with calcium absorption and your body's calcium balance. So, eat lighter on salt, drink more plain water, and your bones will thank you. Part 7, quick summary, 5 points to remember. All right, that was a lot of information, I know. But every word is about helping you keep the calcium inside your bones where it belongs. Strong bones are the foundation for being able to walk, travel, play with grandkids, garden, dance, and actually enjoy your later years. So to make it easy to remember and use every single day, here are 5 key points. Point 1. Face the hard truth, age 35 is your bone turning point. Around age 35, your bone bank flips. From that point on, your body loses calcium faster than it gains calcium. If you don't eat smart and take care of yourself, your body will keep stealing calcium from your bones just to keep you alive until your bones become like rotten wood, full of holes. Calcium isn't something you start worrying about when you're old. It's a long battle that starts now. Today, point 2, memorize these 6 calcium power pairs from your kitchen, 1 tofu and fish. Fish's vitamin D is the catalyst that doubles or triples tofu's calcium absorption. 2. Sesame paste and spinach. Spinach's vitamin K navigates sesame's massive calcium straight to your bones. 3. Bell peppers and eggs. Bell peppers, vitamin C, improves your gut environment and boosts calcium absorption from eggs. 4. Seaweed and tofu skin, a perfect calcium-magnesium balance, strengthening bones and preventing cramps. 5. Bok choy and vinegar. A little acid unlocks sleeping plant calcium. 6. Soybeans and pork trotters. Pork trotters provide collagen rebar, giving soybeans calcium a place to attach and stay. Point 3. Completely avoid these 3 calcium myths. Myth 1, more calcium pills better. Truth, too much can cause kidney stones and artery calcification. Food first, pills only if your doctor says so. Myth 2, only old people need calcium. Truth, your peak bone mass is set by age 30. Start young, stay consistent. Myth 3, timing doesn't matter. Truth, take easily absorbed calcium at night. Warm milk yogurt to prevent overnight bone loss. Point 4, stick with these 4 bone protecting habits every day. 1, weight bearing exercise, walking, jogging, tai chi, give your bones healthy pressure. 2, 15 to 30 minutes of sun, free vitamin D3, high quality sleep. Poor sleep increases bone loss. 4, watch calcium thieves, salt, caffeine, soda, sugary drinks. Point 5.2, special notes for your safety. 1. Stop relying on bone broth for calcium. It's mostly fat and purines. It raises your blood pressure and cholesterol, not your bone density. 2. Soybean and pork trotter stew is good for bones, but pork trotters are fatty if you have heart disease, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. Eat more soybeans and less fatty meat. Talk to your doctor. Part 8, final empowering message and call to action. Friends, healthy aging isn't about one magic pill or a drastic, impossible diet. It's about getting your everyday meals right. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, eating smart, 1 plate at a time. A small change in your diet, repeated day after day, month after month, year after year, can save you a lifetime of strong, healthy bones. Bones that let you walk, travel, play with grandkids, garden, dance, and live fully without fear of breaking. If this video helped you, if you learned something real useful and science-based, please hit that like button. It really helps this channel reach more people. And please share this video with your friends and family who worry about getting frail, shrinking, losing height, or breaking bones as they age. Let's all learn together. No hype, no fake cures, just real medicine. Drop a comment below. Which of these 6 food pairs are you excited to try first? And one last time, because I truly mean it, if you're dealing with any health concerns, please schedule a visit with your primary care doctor. I'm here to help you understand the science, not replace professional medical advice. Stay strong, stay curious, take care of those bones, and I'll see you in the next video.